You're going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome. This is Heated Mellow. My name is Allison. It's lovely to have you all here this evening. So, hopefully, the heat helps you warm your bones a little bit since it is getting cooler out, which this is my favorite kind of weather. So, is there anything in particular that you guys are wanting, needing, things that you are really looking forward to tonight? Trying so hey, that's enough. All right, cool. So we are actually gonna get started on our back. So you guys at home, if you have wall space, find some wall space if you can, or put your legs up on a chair or something. Actually, legs up the wall. Sorry, my bad. So you're gonna just turn around. There's no graceful way to get your booty up to the wall. You just kind of scooch it up there. Put your legs up the wall. Just allow your arms to come down at your sides, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in, open mouth exhale, sigh it out. You might take a couple of those. You have arrived. The hard part is done. From here on out, whatever you choose or choose not to do is completely up to you. Really give yourself permission to arrive into the space. And check in, taking a full body scan. Observe how you're feeling physically, energetically, and emotionally. Yoga in Sanskrit means to yoke or unite. So, how we are feeling physically, energetically, and emotionally are not separate things. Notice your breath. Feeling it flowing in and flowing out. Noticing the quality. Does it feel short and fast? Does it feel steady? And these are just observations, not judgments. You can use these as information as you move and connect in. Maybe allow your inhale to flow in just a little slower. Feel it fill up just a little deeper. Notice your exhale. Release just a little more. You might have thoughts racing through your head, maybe not. But if a thought or a feeling should happen to arise, can you just allow it to float by as if it were a cloud? Not holding on and grasping to it, knowing that our thoughts can change. They will change. Change is the only constant in life. Taking about 5 more nice deep breaths here. And taking a nice deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Your next inhale, find a full body stretch. Fingers and toes reach long. And taking another breath in on the exhale, hugging your knees into your chest, Apanasana. Squeezing them in. And you might just gently rock side to side. Maybe you just nod your head side to side. And picking a side, rolling over, finding the fetal position. Pause here. Taking the time to connect in with an intention, maybe a word or a phrase, something that you might come back to through your practice. And as you move through your practice, this intention too might change, and that is okay. Honor wherever you are. Sealing in whatever you have chosen, taking a breath in and taking a breath out. Slowly and gently make your way into a tabletop position. Shoulders come over wrists, hips come over knees. Find your foundation here. Then begin to flow through your cats and cows. The inhale presses the heart through the biceps. You might look up, the belly might drop. The exhale tucks chin to chest, round the spine, press the earth away. Moving with your breath here. You might bring the awareness between your shoulder blades. It's often where we lack mobility. Our low back generally has quite a bit. You might begin to add some side to side movements here, neck rolls, anything that's calling to you. You might even just stay static in your tabletop and shift back and forth. These are all options. This is your time and space to explore. Couple more rounds of breath. And coming through center, and make your way into a child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, hips sink to heels. And melt down here. You might continue with the awareness between your shoulder blades. Allow the breath to flow into that space. The back of our heart is not a space that we think of often. Our back body is where we receive. You might begin to just nod your head side to side, massaging that third eye center, the space along the eyebrows, rolling it out. And if your head doesn't quite touch the floor, you can always use the block to bring the floor to you. This is a really great way to do some fossa release. Iron out the tension, couple more breaths. And breath in, breath out. Next, inhale, just begin to slither forward, coming down onto your belly. We'll set up for a Sphinx pose here. So bringing the forearms onto the floor, fingers spread wide, elbows slightly in front of shoulders. Just allow those shoulders to melt away from your ears, breathing into your heart space. Continue to allow the breath to flow. We'll be here for just a few more breaths. Taking a breath in, on the exhale, slowly melt it down, bringing your hands to stack. Forehead comes on the back. Gently windshield wiper your feet side to side. Massaging your quads onto the floor. Help to release the low back. And setting up for a half frog here. Your right arm will come out to a cactus shape. Right cheek comes onto the mat. Left knee comes out to the side, and just allow yourself to melt into gravity. Using your breath, feeling the inhale flowing into any places that feel tight or tense. And allow that exhale to melt you deeper into the earth. And taking another breath here. You have the option to stay or extend that right arm straight out from the body and roll onto the right side, finding a deeper pec stretch. Just an option, not a command. Hanging out in that half frog is a great place to be. And taking another breath in, stay for the breath out. Slowly and gently come back through center and then switch sides. So that left arm comes to a cactus shape and the right knee comes out to the side. And as you breathe, maybe you notice your intention. Maybe you're really focused on your breath. Maybe your mind is racing a mile a minute. It's all valid. Continue to breathe and melt. And you once again have that option to stay here just as you are. Or if you would like to take it deeper, extend that left arm straight out to the side and roll onto your left side. Slowly and gently come back through center. Bringing your hands underneath your elbows here, palms on the floor. Inhale, find a gentle cobra, heart reaches forward. Exhale, release down. Inhale, gentle cobra, keep feet heavy on the mat. Exhale, release down. Inhale, gentle cobra once again. Feeling the shoulder blades do the work. Exhale, release down, press back, child's pose. Pausing here for just a couple of breaths. And then slowly and gently make your way to a down dog. Now you might inhale through tabletop and exhale, hips press back. Maybe you just magically come on up, but however that transition looks, we'll meet there. And when you arrive, take some movement, pedaling feet, shifting hips, exploring how your body feels today in this moment, knowing that it's probably different than you felt yesterday or last week or even an hour ago. Get curious. Really bend your knees. Press your belly back to your thighs. Look towards your belly button. Nice long spine. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Keep the length in your spine. Lift up onto your toes. Drop your heels to the right. Maybe you step that left foot behind the right foot. Breathe into the side body. Inhale, heels lift, rise through center. And exhale, drop them to the left. Maybe step that right foot behind. Inhale, heels lift, and then melt them down towards the floor. Looking to your hands, slowly walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Fingers on shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Really reach your heart forward. Shrug those shoulders down and back. Nice long spine. Take a breath. Exhale, fold, ragdoll. Hands come to opposite elbows. Feet might come hip width distance or wider. You might have a really big bend in your knees here. Allow your belly to touch your thighs. Straight legs are overrated. At least that's what I tell myself. Our focus here is to feel the length and to find length in the spine. We get stuck on these images of Instagram models with straight legs. Notice how it feels. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slinky roll and rise. Press into your feet. Rise one vertebrae at a time. Fingers reach wide and tall at the top. Maybe look to the thumbs. And then exhale, fountain to the right. You can have your hands together. You can have them apart. Really breathe into that left side body. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise through center. On the exhale, hands come down and bind at your low back. Find a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Belly comes to thighs. Waterfall your torso over. Breathe into shoulders. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, release the bind. The exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Pause here for a moment. Lowering your knees if you'd like support. Really feel your core hugging around your spine. Imagine it was a corset. Take a breath in, exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Taking a breath in and a breath out. We'll take that whole sequence a couple more times, moving one breath per movement. Look to your hands, walk your feet top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fountain right. Inhale, center. Fountain left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands release down. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, release the bind. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank. Take another breath. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Breath in, breath out. Look to your hands, step your feet, top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold. Inhale, rise. Fountain right. Inhale, center. Fountain left. Inhale. Exhale, hands release. Lift your heart and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, high plank. Take another breath in. Slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, gentle cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Pause it here. Connecting with your breath. Maybe you connect with your intention. And breath in and breath out. Inhale through tabletop, pausing it right here. Keeping that right hand firmly planted, inhale, left fingers reach to the sky, twist it open. And then exhale, thread that arm between arm and thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift, twist it open. And then exhale, thread it all the way through. Come on down to your shoulder now. And you can always use the block to bring the floor closer to you. Place it underneath that left shoulder. Breathing here. If you'd like to add on and extend that leg to the side, that is an option. If you ladies would like to use your blocks, you can take your block and bring your shoulder down here, and then you can find the stretch a little bit. Yeah, perfect. This COVID stuff has me far away from you. I would set you all up if I could. You're doing awesome. Oh, all right. Take a breath in and a breath out. Slowly come back through center. That right hand plants, left fingers reach to the sky. Bring that left hand back down. Left hand is going to plant this time. And then inhale, reach your right fingers up. Exhale, thread it through and twist. Inhale, reach open. Exhale, thread. Inhale, twist it open. Then exhale, thread it through. Come on down. Releasing. Nice work. And then breathe here. Just observe how you're feeling. Observe the sensation. You might feel the need to add on. This is an option. Wherever you are, use your breath. It will guide you. And taking a breath in, stay for the breath out. Slowly unwind. That left hand comes back. Inhale, right fingers reach. And then exhale that hand back down. Take another breath in and exhale, down dog. Hips press up and back. You might take a little bit of movement here. We were on our knees for a little bit. Inhale, your right leg rises, pressing that heel behind you. And you might bend the knee and open the hip, bringing the heel towards the bum. It might be a big or small movement. It's okay. You might take ankle circles, hip circles. Inhale your foot through center and exhale knee to nose. Step it through. And just pause here, keeping fingers on the ground. And you might shift your weight back and forth, beginning to connect in with your legs. You might even extend that front leg and fold over, finding a pyramid, moving back and forth. Just exploring your needs in this moment. And then finding the bend in that front knee, and notice, is your knee stacked over your ankle? Drop the back knee. Options, you can keep your fingers right here on the mat. You can bring them to your thigh, Or if you're really feeling adventurous, maybe you reach nice and tall. Lots of options. Wherever you are, allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. Breathe into the front of the left thigh. Taking a breath. And on the exhale, release your hands down onto the floor. Shift your hips back over your knee. Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Extending your front leg. You have options. You can wiggle your toes, point and flex your foot. You might even windshield wiper your leg, moving from the hip. If you'd like to hold the pose, you might drop that left shoulder a little and then begin to melt down, reaching your heart towards your shin. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, shifting forward with those lunge legs. Hands come inside of your foot as it travels to the outer edge of the mat. And then just pause here. Really hug that knee into your shoulder and shoulder into knee. And begin to reach your hips towards that heel. Breathing into the front of the left thigh, that right hip. Option to stay right here. Maybe you flex your right toes and roll onto the outer edge of that foot. Once you find your way deeper into lizard pose, you might even add a twist, hand pressing onto that thigh. Maybe you bend the back knee and connect your right hand to your left foot. Lots of options. And you might be doing something different than your neighbor, and that's okay. They're all on different chapters of our own book. And coming back through center, you have the option to stay here in lizard pose or walk that right foot across, coming into a half pigeon. If you have a lot of low back and knee tenderness, I recommend coming down onto your back. And whichever leg you had forward, bending that knee, bring the ankle on top of the opposite knee. And just begin by pressing that hand into your thigh. From there, maybe you hug your knee into your chest. Hands can clasp behind that thigh, keeping it hugged in. There's 1,000 ways to do one thing in yoga. Wherever you are, connect to your breath. Feel the inhale flow in and flow out. And connecting back in with your intention. Stay for about 5 more breaths. Breath in and breath out. Slowly and gently from wherever you are, gently release and make your way back to a downward facing dog, taking any movement that you need to release your hip. You might pedal feet, take hip circles, ankle circles, and come through center. Inhale, your left leg rises, pressing that heel back, finding length. And then bend the knee, open the hip, take ankle circles, hip circles. Inhale through center and exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Hands stay planted. Just shift your weight back and forth. Maybe you extend that front leg and flow back and forth in and out of a pyramid. Lots of options. What is your body asking for? And bringing the bend back into that left knee, the front knee. Knee is stacked over ankle, drop to the back knee. And then decide where you go in your low lunge. Hands might stay on the ground. Maybe they come to knee. Maybe arms lift. Breathing into the front of that right quad, the front of your hips. Breath in, and on the exhale, hands release down. Shift your hips back, stacked over your knee. Extend the front leg, Ardha Hanuman, half split. You can point and flex your toes. You can wiggle them. You can wiggle that leg from the hip. Maybe you fold it down. Lots of options. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, shifting it forward. Hands come inside of that left leg. Walk the foot to the outer edge of the mat. Hug your knee into shoulder and shoulder into knee. Breathing into the front of that right hip. And maybe you flex your toes and roll onto the outer edge of the foot. Maybe you add the twist. Maybe you reach all the way around. Allow yourself to be wherever you are in this moment. Using what you find as information. Slowly unwind, coming back through center, moving into a half pigeon or coming onto your back for hip opener on the other side. And begin, you can press that hand onto your thigh, opening the hip. You can always hug the opposite knee in. Wherever you are, connecting to your breath. Maybe connecting to your intention. Maybe you're aware of thoughts or sensations. It's often said in yoga that as soon as we're ready to get out of the pose is when the pose begins. If things feel intense, keep coming back to your breath. Staying right here for just a few more breaths. And breath in and breath out. Gently releasing. Feet come down onto the mat. If you're on your back, just stay on your back. Windshield wiper your feet. If you're coming out of half pigeon, press back to a down dog. Take the movement you need to release. We'll meet up on our backs in about 5 breaths. Coming onto your back, reach your fingers and toes nice and long, full body stretch. Take up space. Another breath in, and on your exhale, hands and feet shift to the right, finding a banana shape. So the left side of your body will stay really heavy on the mat. Breathing into your side body, adding on as you would like. Feel the breath flow between each rib. Taking a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, reach it long back through center, taking up space. And then exhale, hands and feet shift to the left, finding that banana shape here. Right side of the body stays heavy on the mat. Maybe observing differences here. Each side of our body is as unique as we are to another person. And breath in and breath out. Inhale, reach it long through center. And then hug your knees into your chest up, Anasana. And gently rock side to side, massaging your low back, the muscles along your spine. And then grabbing a block or a bolster or a blanket if you're at home. We're going to take a supported bridge pose. So setting up that block underneath your low back. If you'd like to take regular bridge pose or even Urdhva Dhanurasana, that is totally up to you. But I recommend the restorative route. When you come into this shape, just allow your arms to melt at your sides, palms facing up. Palms up actually helps our shoulders to relax open. Feel your body relaxing, melting into all the places that it's touching down. And you might decide that this is the perfect place for you in this moment, and you're going to stay right here. Please do. If you would like more, maybe you reach your arms overhead or take cactus arms. Maybe you extend one or both legs. If you try something and you find that you've gone too far, it's okay to change your mind. Wherever you are, continue to breathe. And staying here for 5 more breaths. Feeling it flow in and flow out. And taking another breath in. Stay for the breath out. Slowly and gently remove the block from underneath you. Set it to the side and roll down one vertebrae at a time. And take your feet wide and just windshield wiper your legs back and forth, releasing that low back. And taking another full body stretch. Reach it nice and long. And then hug your knees into your chest. Giving them a squeeze, gently rock. Arms come open to a T, breath in. Exhale, drop knees to the left, press through the right shoulder, finding a twist. You might add on here, it's an option. Take what you need. This is your time and space. And breath in, breath out. Inhale, make your way back through center. And exhale, drop knees to the right, press through the left shoulder. And adding on as you would like. And inhale, slowly coming back through center and find a happy baby. Knees coming towards armpits, and hands come behind thighs, come onto shins, or they come to your feet, pressing the whole length of your spine onto the mat. You might rock or extend one or both legs. And releasing into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of feet come together, knees wide, outer edges release down. And take both hands to your heart. You might take a breath in and sigh it out. And just observe thoughts, feelings, maybe a shift in your intention. You might take another breath in and breath out, releasing on the exhale anything that you no longer would like to carry with you. Begin to make your way into your final resting shape. You can come down flat onto your back. You can take that legs up the wall position. Totally up to you. And when you arrive, just allow yourself to melt deeper into gravity. Feeling your breath become softer. Maybe your breath becomes so soft it feels as if it flows in and out of your pores. And in this moment, there is nothing else to do. There's nowhere else to be. Take rest. Shavasana.
Gently bring your awareness back to this space. Wiggle fingers and toes. Find wrist circles and ankle circles. Nod your head side to side. And find a full awakening body stretch. Fingers and toes reach long. Take up space. There is no limit. Then gently roll to one side or the other, pausing in the fetal position, head cradled on bicep. Pause here. And slowly and gently coming to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat, hands coming to Anjali Mudra, that prayer position at heart center, keeping eyes closed if possible. It's truly my honor to be here with you this evening, and I deeply thank you for your trust and allowing me to guide you through your practice. I'd like to seal in our time together with the sound of one Om. You can join in or just listen. Emptying your exhale and inhaling. Om. Thumbs raised to third eye center. The inner light that is within me sees and deeply honors that same inner light within each of you. Many blessings and much gratitude. Together we bow in peace and honor of ourselves, each other, and this practice. Namaste. Yogis, thank you so much for your presence this evening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Hopefully the heat has your bones warmed just a little bit. You guys at home, thank you so much for sticking with me to the end, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.